Hi guys, we have all wondered what nutrients are best for us. While experts may disagree, there are certain nutrients that I highly recommend you start with. These are the nutrients that, when chosen and taken correctly, will give you the best results of any other nutrient. They are the nutrients that address deficiencies, which are unfortunately becoming more common among people with health problems today who do not consume enough fish or fruits and vegetables. Of course, extreme deficiencies like rickets and scurvy are rare in the modern world. However, it is the mild deficiencies, or borderline deficiencies, that we should be concerned about. These deficiencies show up as mild symptoms, such as feeling more tired or sick than usual. It is therefore hard to know which nutrients you're deficient in, and it's easy to chalk it up to aging or just feeling under the weather. Sadly, these symptoms can lead to a whole host of health problems, eventually contributing to an increase in cardiovascular disease and mortality. Regrettably, I have seen many people choose low-priority nutritional supplements based on recommendations from friends and fads when they should be addressing immediate deficiencies. It does not matter what you are trying to achieve with nutrition, whether it's fatigue recovery, vascular health, or skin beauty. Whatever the case may be, you should start by taking a nutritional supplement that replenishes any nutrients you may be deficient in. Once those deficiencies are addressed, you will not only feel better, but you will see noticeable benefits for almost any kind of health issue. Today, I would like to discuss which nutrients you may be deficient in and how to address them. You do not have to consume all of the ingredients we are talking about today. You just need to focus on the ones you are most likely deficient in. Additionally, do not take too much of anything. Some of these ingredients can actually make you sicker when consumed in excessive amounts. The first nutrient to focus on is protein. If you do not get enough protein, you will feel tired all the time, lose hair, and your overall body function, including your immune system, will suffer. It is quite tricky to get enough protein in the typical diet of a busy modern person. The official recommendation for protein is 0.8 grams per kilogram of body weight per day, but recent research suggests that you should consume between 1 and 1.2 grams per kilogram of body weight per day. If you weigh 70 kilograms, you should be eating at least 70 grams of protein every day. One chicken breast contains 22 grams of protein, and one egg contains 6 grams of protein. So unless you're eating 3 high-protein meals a day, it's hard to get enough protein. Therefore, if you're having trouble getting enough protein in your diet, it's a good idea to supplement with whey protein. Protein is one of my favorite nutrients to supplement, as it can have an immediate anti-fatigue effect, and it's a nutrient that can be easily deficient. The next ingredient to focus on is vitamins. Many people eat a lot of meat and carbohydrates, but not a lot of fruits and vegetables. Sure, there are some vitamins you can get from meat. But without a diet high in fruits, vegetables, beans, shellfish, and salmon, it's hard to get enough vitamin A, vitamin C, vitamin E, vitamin K, and folic acid and pantothenic acid. Long-term deficiencies in these nutrients have been linked to a variety of cardiovascular diseases. Luckily, we have a great solution: multivitamins. Multivitamins are the easiest way to get enough of the 10+ vitamins and minerals we need. If you're thinking, I don't think I'm eating well enough, just start with a multivitamin. It can be the first step to solving any health problem. Multivitamins fall into 2 main categories. There's the standard multivitamin, which provides almost all of the 30+ vitamins and minerals in a small enough dose to prevent deficiencies, and there's the trade-off multivitamin, which provides a higher dose with fewer minerals. Regular multivitamins are better for people who rarely eat or have poor nutrient absorption for reasons such as age or medical conditions, while trade-off multivitamins are better for people who eat 2 to 3 meals a day, even if they don't eat evenly. Most of us probably fall into the latter category. The next ingredient to look for is vitamin D. I mentioned vitamins earlier, but vitamin D deserves a separate discussion because, unlike the other vitamins, it's one that you get primarily from the sun rather than your diet. If you don't get enough sun, even the best diet can leave you vitamin D deficient. Vitamin D deficiency can have a direct impact on your health, from fatigue to depression, insomnia, and lowered immune function, as well as contributing to a number of bone and vascular diseases. That's why it's so important to get enough vitamin D. However, vitamin D should be taken with caution. Many recent studies have shown that higher levels of vitamin D than necessary can reverse all of its beneficial effects and cause a variety of side effects. The optimal level of vitamin D is between 20 and 30 micrograms, and you shouldn't go higher than 40 micrograms unless you have a specific medical indication. If you don't spend much time outdoors and don't eat vitamin D-rich fish or mushrooms, I recommend taking a high-dose product of 400 to 1500 IU for 3 months to quickly build up your levels, and then a maintenance dose of 1000 to 2000 IU after that. Conversely, if you're an active outdoorsman or have been taking a multivitamin with a maintenance dose of vitamin D for a long time, you don't need to add any additional vitamin D to your routine. The next ingredient to pay attention to is omega-3. The first thing to know is that omega-3 should be taken with caution. This is because studies have shown that unlike when you get omega-3 from foods like fish, when you take omega-3 from supplements, you tend to get fewer benefits and more side effects. So omega-3 should be consumed from food sources whenever possible, and nutritional forms should be taken when there's a clear purpose, such as to reduce dry eyes, inflammation, or improve triglycerides. But if you don't normally eat fish, that's a different story. Even studies that have concluded no benefit from omega-3 have shown that people who eat less than 1.5 servings of fish a week have a significantly lower risk of major cardiovascular disease and heart attacks. The truth is, very few of us are eating enough fish. So if you don't eat fish at least twice a week, we recommend taking an omega-3 supplement for nutritional and health maintenance purposes. The next minerals to focus on are calcium and magnesium, which are among the most important. Zinc, iron, and trace elements like boron and manganese can be easily met with a multivitamin. However, calcium and magnesium have a high requirement, and it's difficult to get enough of them from a multivitamin alone. Therefore, even if you already take a multivitamin, you may want to consider taking calcium and magnesium separately if needed. The most common source of calcium is dairy. People who consume a lot of dairy products like milk and cheese have a very high average calcium intake. Conversely, people who consume less dairy tend to have lower calcium intakes. Magnesium is primarily found in spinach, pumpkin seeds, tuna, and nuts. People who eat a meat and carbohydrate diet are more likely to be deficient in magnesium, and as diets become more westernized, magnesium deficiency is becoming more common. Lack of calcium and magnesium can make you feel tired and lethargic, as well as increase your risk of various diseases related to your bones and blood vessels. If you have an unbalanced diet, you may want to consider supplementing with magnesium. It's important to note that while magnesium is not a concern, calcium, like vitamin D, should not be taken lightly. Dietary calcium intake is safe. However, high levels of calcium from supplements can lead to calcification of blood vessels, which can contribute to various cardiovascular diseases. Of course, if you don't get enough calcium in your diet, you should take a supplement. However, you should only take supplements to make up for the amount you don't get from your diet, and limit the amount you take to 500 milligrams per day, even if it's higher. Gradually increase your dietary intake and reduce your reliance on calcium supplements. Most calcium supplements are combined with magnesium. This is why many people have questions about whether the ratio of calcium to magnesium should be 2:1. You don't have to stick to a 2:1 ratio. The ratio of calcium to magnesium is less important than the amount of each ingredient that you need. Considering the strain that high levels of calcium can put on your blood vessels and the safety and effectiveness of magnesium, a 1:1 ratio may be more beneficial than a 2:1 ratio. Protein, vitamins, omega-3, calcium, and magnesium. These are some of the most basic nutrients, but I've seen a surprising number of people skip them and make them a lower priority. Once again, no matter what health issue you're dealing with, prioritizing your nutritional deficiencies is the best way to improve your health. And keep in mind that for people who are already getting enough vitamin D, omega-3, and calcium, supplements can actually be harmful. That's it for our health talk today. If you found it interesting, please subscribe 5 Minutes Health Talk channel and don't miss out next story. Thank you, have a great day.